The next thing I want to cover is these multiplication ones. We did fractions and the adding and the subtracting, and I want to make sure you're getting these also multiplication and division ones. So the first thing I want to do with this would be 5 divided by 14, and then I'm just going to hit times 7. And you'll see that it gives me a fairly decent one. You should know that that's 2.5. But let's go ahead and do one of these harder ones. So we have 5 divided by 8. Then we're just going to hit times 6 divided by 15 times 2 divided by, times 10, divided by 10. All right, so I end up with this 0.05. Now, I may not necessarily know what that is as a fraction. So since I'm starting with fractions, I want to end with fractions. So I'm going to hit this little math button here, and I'm going to hit the fraction button twice, and I get 1 over 20. So the answer for this particular one is 1 over 20. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one too. This 15 times 3 divided by 5. That might throw you a little bit. I'm going to move my face so that way you can kind of see it. There it is. It was hiding behind me. So we have 15 times 3 divided by 5. There we go. And we end up with 9. And we don't have to worry about a fraction there. The one that usually messes students up, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of write on the board really quick, because I think this one is not on my notes, but I think this is going to actually be a huge deal for you. So let me go ahead and grab my pen and make sure my pen is writing here. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, so say I have something like 3 over 4, and I have a division sign of 1/2. Okay, we're just going to do that one. And a lot of times students don't know how to put that in a calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and exit drawings. It should show, oops, it didn't. But that's okay. We're going to show you what it looks like here. So we have 3 divided by, divided by 4. But to put a division sign in here is going to confuse your calculator. So what I like to do is I hit the times button. I'm going to clear that. No, I'm going to delete that. I want 3/4, and I'm going to hit divided by, but I'm going to put in parentheses 1 divided by 2. Now, this is where those parentheses come in a lot. They come in very handy because your calculator is not going to know what to do with all of this. So let's see if it gets it right. The answer is 1.5. And if I was to do this by hand, I would have, let's go ahead and do this on the board by hand. I would have 3 over 4. I divide that by 1 over 2. And remember, division means that I'm flipping the second fraction. So this would actually be 3 over 4 times 2. And if I was to multiply that, that would be 6 over 4, or 1.5, which basically is the case, or 3 over 2. So therefore, now I have my fraction. So this would be 1 and 1/2. And that is correct. And you see how that works. Now I want to show you why I don't just put division signs all over the place. So let's go ahead and exit this drawing. So in other words, if I did 3 divided by 4 divided by 1 divided by 2, I may not necessarily see how that doesn't give me the right answer. My answer is 1.5, but to put it all together, the computer starts to flip things that don't need to be flipped, and it just doesn't get it, and it starts to do it in order of operations instead, and that's not what we want. So we definitely want those parentheses when you're dividing two fractions.